In the Bible, Jesus didn't go around saying, you come over here, give me your arm, I'm going to put a needle in your arm, and and then that's going to stop you from getting sick or catching some illness or something like that. We know that in the Bible Jesus was able to heal people by miraculous ways, by tapping into the power of his creator, and just generally the Bible is an account of the power, the potential power of an individual's mind, especially their subconscious minds. And so quite just based on that alone, we can just straight away discern that taking a vaccine is against Christ. Now, as an argument to that, I can see people will be like, yeah, but that was ages ago, the time of Christ. The medical profession has advanced since then, we do things differently. And I'm saying I also agree with that too. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a vaccine, because I think that God works in all sorts of mysterious ways, and for some people the vaccine is going to be a lifeline, and other medications as well is going to be a lifeline to some other people as well. So I'm not against a vaccine for everybody or medications for everybody. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to be ridiculous or anything. What I'm trying to say is that it's also ridiculous for this kind of blanket mainstream media brainwashing, which is at the moment saying that you need a vaccine. Everybody needs a vaccine, otherwise you're letting the rest of humanity down. You need a vaccine, otherwise you're going to die, basically. Yeah, you're going to potentially die if you don't take a vaccine. Basically trying to make people feel fearful, worried and guilty. And I'm just really giving a counter argument to that, in that is also absolute rubbish. And for this reason, we already can see many people will not be having they're not going to be having any vaccines anytime soon. And what I'm trying to say is that for many people, me personally, I believe that it's still God's will to have a vaccine, have a take whatever medication you need to take. It's still part of God's will. But in terms of Jesus, I believe that there are people that are protected. They are protected by their connection that they have with Jesus right now in this moment, and that Jesus is the vaccine. Basically, Jesus is their vaccine, and those people do not worry about things like coronavirus, because they know that deep down they know what it's all about, and they know that it's really about fear. It's about living in fear, and they don't need a vaccine, because if you look at this in like a strict sense of what's documented in the Bible, if you allow yourself to have injections, in a strict sense, you are doubting that Jesus is alive right now in the moment, and that he has still healing power to cure you and to protect you from whatever illness. And it's you know what, it's a difficult thing, because you know I'm far from perfect as well, and there are times where, you know, also even with me, I've had to have certain medications, certain things as well, but I still believe that I receive some sort of spiritual help and support from reading the Bible, from believing in Jesus. Okay, I believe that I am able to tap into a healing power within me that is able to give me enough protection against sort of serious illness in that sort of way. And I think many people know this. Many people know this sort of thing, and for that reason, not everybody needs to have a vaccine. And you know, we don't really know another person's state of mind. That's the other thing. We only know our own mind. So, you know, also you have to be very, very critical when there are messages going out saying you all need an injection for something like that, because it makes Jesus's power void. It makes your own healing power void. It's like you've just given up, you know. And I know there's people ill in the world with many all sorts of illnesses, all sorts of things like that. And like I say, some people will need to have vaccines. Some people, I'm not trying to really scare people the other direction as well. I'm not trying to say that having a vaccine is going to be a dreadful thing for you. I think that for some people, it's obviously not an ideal thing, is it, to have a vaccine? Ideally, you want to be healthy yourself, and you want to be able to heal yourself. Obviously, I think we all agree with that. We all want that, but that's not the case for everybody. So for some people, the medical profession and vaccines are going to be a blessing as well. It's going to be a blessing. But what I'm saying is, on the other direction, is that don't underestimate as well the power that are behind other people's minds, of which you don't know. You don't know if you're one of these people saying that everybody has to be vaccinated, everybody has to be vaccinated. You don't know what powers there behind people's minds. Some people, I believe, they have such immense strength and spiritual power that this coronavirus just hasn't got shit on those people at all. It hasn't just got nothing. The coronavirus will just turn around and just bounce off in another direction if it goes near certain individuals. Okay, I don't believe that. I don't believe personally that coronavirus or any other illness on the planet, okay, is going to beat Christ's power. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's going to defeat Christ's power, and that all of a sudden the creator of the whole universe has decided, I'm now going to introduce another illness on the planet that my son that I sent, that, you know, from the Bible, what we know from the Bible, that my son that I've sent is now can't deal with it. My son's power cannot deal with the coronavirus. You know, I don't believe that. But there are people that want you to believe that. There are people that want you to believe that. They don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in Christ. And like I say, not even just that. I think there's other ways as well. There are other ways to tap in to the immense healing power and protection of your own subconscious mind. And you know, there are people. So I mean, really, this is a war of. It is also a war of brainwashing, propaganda, and hypnosis. All of this together. It is, but what I'm saying is that we have to be open to all possibilities. Okay, we shouldn't be sort of too against a vaccine. But what I'm saying is, on the other hand, if you want to have your vaccine, you think it's so good, yeah. Just because you are in your predicament of state of mind, perhaps because you're in your little box, your circle of your own little, you're in your reality, yeah. Don't think that there isn't other things out there which are greater and more powerful than what you want to understand or what you understand. So that's it basically, really. I hope I've tried to make sense of it all, but yeah, I hope everyone keeps safe.